Welcome back, everybody. So this is what I was afraid that I was going to do. I did it. So I left the house. It's extremely windy, it's gray, it's just disgusting out, and I wanted to make sure I got my vlog in before the weather changed and I couldn't get it in. So I started super early, and now I'm on this epic road. And I've been on this road many times, and I know it's an epic road, but I didn't want to not be able to get up here. So a lot of people call this Amish country. I'm just south, to be honest with you. I don't know, 50, 60 miles. And I don't know how far up 93 I'm going to go, but it is an epic road, and I'm on 93 south all the time, but I'm hardly ever in this part of the state, and this is probably where I could really pick up some new roads. You know, and I've talked about it in the past. I've talked about motorcycleroads.com, so I think you know, maybe I need to reintroduce myself with it and pick up some new places to ride. You know, especially this time of year, you know, all of my rides, I have to stay fairly close to the house just because of the temperature, because of the weather. You know, I can't go out. Most of the time, I can't go out how I normally do. Usually on the weekend, I will literally put, at the very least, 200 miles on this thing, but most of the time my rides are 170, 180 miles one ride. So, you know, this time of year I start to get really excited. You know, spring's around the corner, the temperatures are starting to tick up a little bit. I can go a little bit further, I can hit roads that I might not have been on for 4 months, 5 months. You know, and where I live in the state, I think it's probably one of the most beautiful parts of the state. I can get to a lot of really nice roads within a half hour, 40 minutes. You know, I don't know how long I've been to get here, an hour, I don't know, a while. But these roads are epic. You know, and for people that ride, I mean, this is why we ride. You know, for roads like this, and scenery, and just the release, just letting everything go, and not having any worries or any cares, just enjoying the ride, enjoying the moment. You know, it could be like me, I ride a lot alone, but it could also be with a significant other. It could be with a group of buddies. As you can see, we have had tons of rain. '83 is another awesome road. I did 83 right before I stopped taking really long rides. 83 is absolutely amazing, but I'm going to check out this this little creek, and then I'm going to turn around. This road is a little bit busier than what I like to just stop. But we're gonna just stop on this bridge. That wind is really pushing that water. That is crazy. But yeah, it has been raining for 3 days non-stop. I mean, it just stopped this morning at 6 this morning. So it's going to be a while before all this flood water reaches its peak. So So let's see if I can get turned around without getting dead. So, you know, if you want an epic ride, man, look at all that water. Definitely 83 is epic. Absolutely epic. Do I not stop on this? I do not stop here. Okay. There's a place where 93 cuts off, and I've almost run that stop sign too many times. And, you know, I'm just going to keep riding until I can't ride anymore. Either until my butt says I've had enough. Yeah, see, there's that weird stop sign. So if you're coming down 93, which I do all the time, you have to stop. I don't know how many times I've come up over this hill and I'm doing, you know, 60 miles per hour. And the wife's been on the back and I'm like, oh crap. And her helmet slams into mine and we stop. But it's a unique spot and a unique way how they stop traffic there. You know, like I said, who knows where I'm going to end up. 13 miles outside of West Lafayette. So I noticed, and I'm not blaming the materials that are used on this, I'm blaming how I keep this thing and how this Spider, I don't want to say how it lives, but how it's stored. So it stays outside all the time. Even when I'm at work, work's changed, so it's always stayed outside, so it gets a lot of sun fade on some of the plastics. Until recently, now I get to park in a parking garage. And people ask me all the time, they're like, you know, why don't you cover your Can-Am Spider? And it comes down to this. 2 blocks from my house is the country. 2 blocks from my house looks like this. So we have a lot of raccoons, we have a lot of possums, we have a lot of feral cats, we have mice, and I don't want to cover this thing and some creature come looking for somewhere nice and warm to get out of the weather and destroy my Spider. I would rather, and I mean, this sounds bad, but I'd rather let the weather do it, because I can maintain that a lot better than having to replace seats or wiring or stuff like that. That's one thing. Number two, you know, I ride all year round, so this thing is not, it's not in bad shape, but it's not pristine, and you can always tell a vehicle that has been garage kept, because they can be pristine. You know, when you ride, even in the rain, the grit that comes off the road covers everything on your vehicle or your motorcycle, you know, so it reacts to the finish, to rubber components. That's a big deal. To a lot of things, and it takes the shine off, and you can tell when a vehicle, even though it may be maintained perfectly, it's been exposed to weather. Got shocked in 10 miles. Let's go down this road. Like I said, I have no clue where I'm going today. I have my GPS with me, just in case I come down a road I've never been down, you know? It happens. So the only thing I need to really worry about right now is the high water. We'll see. So on that, I'm in Nowhere, USA. The wind is absolutely deafening, so I'm hoping the mic's not picking that up, since I've turned the winds, you know, head on. And this helmet is just, it is so loud in the wind. So I'm gonna let everybody go, and I'm gonna try to listen to some music. We'll see how that works. Amazing ride today. You know, if you're in the area, definitely check out these roads. 93 north all the way up into Sugar Creek. All the way up to Sugar Creek is amazing ride. This 541's not a bad little ride either, so everybody take it easy, and I'll see you in a few days. Stay safe, everyone.